Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Elaine and I'm living with autoimmune disease, and for today's video, I'm going to answer the question I get asked most often about where do you get your information and good information about autoimmune disease, specifically my autoimmune diseases or rheumatology. Well, first, I asked my rheumatologist 100 questions. He's probably the most patient man in America next to my husband. I asked a bazillion questions, almost as many as an inquisitive child to a parent. And those can be questions anywhere from a new diagnosis to a new treatment plan to something I just read or heard on the internet. I know that everybody doesn't have that kind of relationship with their rheumatologist, so I also want to give you some YouTube channels that I follow that might be helpful for you. For general rheumatology, I follow a channel called Connected Rheumatology. Connected Rheumatology is a channel run by Dr. Elizabeth Ortiz. She is a board-certified rheumatologist, and her channel is really geared towards giving patients good information about rheumatological conditions or things associated with those rheumatological conditions. And they're really geared towards layman terms. So things we can understand and things that relate to us. She gives us things to ask our own rheumatologist or things to think about. And it's just a really good informational channel. She covers everything from systemic sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and Raynaud's phenomenon, a lot of different conditions. And she's also open to suggestions. She always mentions that if you have anything specific that you would wish for her to talk about, to leave it in the comment section down below. I think her channel is a really great tool for a rheumatological patient and really easy to understand. The second channel that I follow for general rheumatology is more geared towards a physician, but I kind of geek out when it comes to rheumatological stuff, and it is the channel called Rheum Now. Rheum Now is a channel that is directed by Dr. Jack Cush. He is a board-certified rheumatologist as well. His channel is really more of a podcast format that covers recent articles that are published for physicians. He goes over them. It's kind of really specific stuff, really geeked out stuff, really kind of physician geared stuff. But if you like to learn about rheumatology things and you want to hear about what our doctors are learning, be it at the American College of Rheumatology meetings or just in the journals, this is a great channel. Now, to get into the heart of things that I follow for my conditions, and the things that affect me most are systemic sclerosis or scleroderma and rheumatoid arthritis. So those tend to be channels that I follow more frequently than lupus channels. So I apologize if you are a lupus patient and you are looking for good resources for lupus channels. I can't provide you any specific lupus channels that I watch, but I would say check out the general rheumatology channels that I have mentioned. So for rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis related conditions, I follow the Arthritis Foundation. The Arthritis Foundation puts out a lot of good information on their YouTube channel about all conditions that are arthritis related. It's a good resource to have in your pocket. It is a channel geared towards patients, and again, in layman terms, something we can relate to. They have patient stories on there. They have good information about conditions. So there is a lot of information there that you can decipher and get from. For scleroderma related content, I follow the Scleroderma Foundation, of course, which has recently been rebranded to Nationalscleroderma Foundation. The Nationalscleroderma Foundation provide a lot of good resources for patients, everything from lectures to meetings to upcoming events. But what I like most of all is every year there is a scleroderma patient conference in which they give a lot of different lectures about a lot of different topics that are related specifically to scleroderma. So some of those are like GI involvement or lung involvement or cardiac involvement. And each year after the patient conference, they publish those lectures on their YouTube channel. And it's so helpful to be able to be a fly on the wall if you can't attend the patient conference in person, but you are still getting the valuable information as a patient about scleroderma and your condition, and pretty specific questions that you can ask your doctor during your appointment. The other channel I like to follow is the Scleroderma Research Foundation. Now, I think that they have gotten a good bit of notoriety due to the passing of Bob Saget. That was the foundation that he was a huge part of in fundraising, but they also put a lot of great information out on their YouTube channel. You can actually catch Bob Saget's movie on there, For Hope, the one that he directed and produced about his own sister's battle with scleroderma. I will forewarn you, if you are a new patient and you are going to watch For Hope, please remember that it is a very outdated movie at this point. It's a great awareness piece, but please remember that Bob Saget's mission was to get us treatment and find a cure for scleroderma. I will say that that movie is outdated in the sense a lot more medications now to treat scleroderma than there were when his sister was battling her condition. I also follow the local scleroderma chapter in my area, which is the Southern California Scleroderma chapter. They put lectures up that happen during their meetings. They have a podcast. And I follow that channel. So if you're a scleroderma warrior and you have a local chapter, I would say research and see if your local chapter has a scleroderma chapter YouTube channel. Hopefully that made sense. And last, I would say if you are a patient at a teaching hospital or a bigger facility, to check to see if your teaching hospital or the bigger facility that you're a patient at has their own YouTube channel. For me, I'm a patient at Keck Medicine of USC here in Southern California, and they have their own YouTube channel, and I follow that, and that is general information about all things medical, but it is nice to know what is going on with my own clinic, I guess, or a facility that I'm treated at. It's always a special treat when you see your providers on the YouTube channel talking about their specialty. So if you are a patient at, say, Mayo Clinic or University of Michigan or Cleveland Clinic, I would say check out YouTube to see if you can find their channels. I hope this was helpful. I hope that maybe these are some channels that you've never heard of before that maybe you can follow and get some good information. And I think it's nice to just share with you all like where I get my information. I am going to leave the links to all these channels down below in the description box so that you can find them easily and check out their content if you like them, subscribe to them. And if any of these channels are channels you follow, tell me down below. Tell me you're already following these people. Or if any of these really fits for you, let me know which one that you're following now. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. The more friends, the more better. Hit the subscribe button down below. It does help me out. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, maybe of other patients that I follow or other chronic illness channels that I follow, if that's like something you're interested in, leave me a comment down below and let me know that you would like me to make a video about what patient channels that I follow. And until my next adventure, go have yours.